God works in mysterious ways. My life is a perfect example of that. How many people have actually ever been hurt physically? It happens. It sucks. This past summer, I ended up hurting my knee, and I ended up needing to wear a knee brace. I live in a transitional housing program, which is a program for girls who would otherwise be homeless or living in a really bad living situation. Through living here, there was another program that helped us all get a job. My job was, I worked at Wheaton College doing landscaping. While working there, I had to get a weed underneath a tree. Now, my dumbass self decided that instead of crawling under the low tree, I did this little side scoop lunge thing, and I twisted my knee wrong and fell, hurt a snap, tore the meniscus. I don't know if anybody else has ever had anything similar to that, but it hurts like a bitch. And I wasn't able to work doing landscaping anymore. As you know if your knee does a lot of support in your life. So, unable to do manual labor, I wasn't able to work. So for over a month or so, I was jobless. I had no income coming in. I had nothing. So the job company that I worked for transferred me to a new site. But during that time period that I wasn't working, I was going crazy. I couldn't work. I was getting no income. And I always thought that, I've been working since I was 15, and I always thought that working was a burden, an obligation, something you have to do. Something that, growing up, you don't want to do it. But you realize when you don't have that time to work, you need to work, and you need that stability of income. I was behind on my rent. I was just going down a really bad path. So not only was this knee brace a symbol, helped my knee from moving around and, kept it in structure, it was also a symbol to the structure in my life. And it helped me to realize that I needed that stability. So I ended up getting transferred to a new job. I got a job at Puente del Niño, which means Bridge of the Children. It's an after-school program at Wagner Elementary School in West Chicago that helps first through sixth graders who are predominantly Mexicans, all Mexican society, and we help them with their homework. So these kids have been everything to me. These kids, they're all Mexican and come from a really broken home. And as my having a broken home as well, it helped me to realize how much of a positive role model that these kids need. They have nothing. Nothing. So it showed me that I need to be the person that they see me. I'm at work there, and I help them with their homework, but they also come to me for any kind of support, questions, anything, So it's also shown me, I love these kids with such a passion. Anyone tells me, where do you work? Oh, I tutor these kids. I've got 50 kids. They're my kids. They're mine. And it showed me that I want to be an elementary school bilingual teacher. So not only am I a role model for them at work, but a couple of my 5th grade girls are actually on Facebook with me. And one of my friends left me a comment on a photo calling me a bitch. It was just all in fun or whatever. But one of my girls came on and she was like, is this guy giving you a hard time? I'll fuck him up. And I was like, I really now realize that not only do I have to be, a positive role model for them at work, but I got to start showing who I am outside of work. I'm almost 22 years old, and I got to start putting myself in line and being what I want to be and get my life in order. Now, what's helped me through that a lot is my faith. I was raised Christian, and I went to Lutheran school, and when I was about 13 years old, I got my first confirmation, and my grandma gave me this necklace. It was very symbolic for me then. I, was Christian, I did all the right things, this and that. When I was about 15, 16 years old, though, I started going down a really, really bad path and started fucking up big time. And I stopped wearing the necklace. I was living with my boyfriend, I was doing drugs, I just plummeted down again. One thing led to another, and now I'm living in this home. And living in this home has been the best thing that could possibly ever happen to me. I found my faith again. I recently was baptized again in September, and on the day of my baptism, I put that cross back on. And until today, it was the first day I took it off since then. And it's really shown me how much that God has been there for me throughout my life. And inside the cross is my birthstone. So that's also very symbolic to me. It helps me remember that as in my cross, the birthstone is surrounded by the cross. God surrounds my life at all times. So through my life, one thing led to another, and God has always been there for me. I got my knee brace. I screwed up my knee. Got a wonderful job through that. I know my career path now. And God has been with me every step of the way. So anytime that you feel that you're stuck and you don't know what's going on, you just have no idea where you're going in life, just take a moment and look back at where you've been and realize that you always hit rock bottom before you can make it to the top.